Well, this sucks. Yotes lose 5-2 against the Dallas Stars, and instead of talking about the game, which, I'd love to, but I'll quickly cover the game, like right now. Yotes score first. Keller gets a goal on the left side of Ottinger, I think is his name. Scores. And then there's a goal at the end of the game for the Coyotes, where Leonard scores from about the same spot. So there's 2 goals for the Coyotes, but in between those, there's 5 goals for the Stars. Basically, goal, break, 2 more goals. That's the game. This is all you need to know about this one. They had some rough stuff. That's great. It's always great to send a message. What's the message? We're just going to be violent with nothing happening post that? We're just going to punch you and run away? That's it? We had some rough stuff at the end of the first period after that goal from Keller, and nothing came of it. At all. And I'll say, we played probably, in this game, best period was the first period. We played our hearts out. We played and matched them at every angle of the game. We score the first goal with 14 seconds left in the period. And then the fight breaks out. We go into the intermission, and I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened because we go back out for the second period, and what are we doing? What are we doing here? The defense looked like crap. The forwards were not doing too well either, but the defense was the big focus. Ingram played astoundingly well, save for a couple bobbles here and there, which happens, but he had no support. And let's look at the wider picture here. Let's face it. If we don't count the bubble rounds and everything like that, because why would we? It's the bubble. It doesn't really count. It's essentially a participation trophy of, hey, congratulations, you didn't completely suck in COVID years stuff. If we don't count that, the last time the Coyotes made it to the show was in 2012, where they go all the way to the conference final. They lose against LA. LA wins the cup. That's all good and great and everything like that. That was 12 years ago. To give perspective to that, I was 9. I'm 20. Turning 21 this year. Oh boy. I was 9 years old. Back at this time, my grandfather was still alive. I was cheering for those guys. The Oilers, not the Flames. Flames suck. They'll forever suck. Winnipeg was a new franchise again. Atlanta's second attempt, it went out the window. That's what turned into Winnipeg again. Now they're talking about getting another team in Atlanta, and we still haven't made it back to the show. We're still up in the air with the Coyotes as to where we're going to stay. We're waiting on the auction that's going to be coming up. We're waiting on post that, what that's going to look like. We're waiting for this team to be good. I can't think of any other NHL team, and I've talked to fans from a lot of different teams, because I'm sorry, I like hockey. Not just the Coyotes, I like hockey as a whole. I talk to people. And of everything, other than, the banter, because, we get it all. Other than the normal banter, most fans that I talk to of any other team would be enraged with what's going on with the Coyotes team right now if that was for their team. We have, for what I have found, for most of the fans within this organization who live in Arizona, I live in Alberta and I'm more fired up about this. The ones in Arizona are patiently waiting with their arms crossed, waiting for something to happen. But they're just, it's patience, it's waiting, it's being content with what shit show is going on with the Coyotes right now. So when are we going to get tired of waiting? We've been waiting for this team to be good. We've been waiting for this team to be stable. We've been waiting for so long to have a product. And we don't. Who cares that we won the last 2 games? Before that, there was a 14-game stretch where we went for nothing. Right after being in a playoff spot, we had the chance to possibly make it back to the show. Had we gone far? I don't know. Would we not have gone far? Most likely, we probably would have been out in the first round, but that's how you gain experience. The point being, now, because the Coyotes screwed up, we have to wait again. and again and again until something solid happens. Whatever's going on with Bear, not working. He needs to go. Off season, he should be gone immediately. Half of this team can go. Half of this team doesn't look like it wants to play here. O'Brien wants to go around and fight a bunch. I used to like it. I don't now. I'm this freaking close to saying get rid of Schmaltz. As far as I'm concerned, keep the goaltenders, keep Cooley, keep Genther, keep Keller, rebuild everything else. Maybe keep Dursey. Dursey's doing good. As far as everything else goes, it's a crapshoot. Nothing's changing. For the past 12 bloody years, the only change that we've gotten was back in the COVID bubble, and we finally make it in. We finally look like we're able to do something. Guess what happens? They make us wait more by tearing the entire foundation from its roots. I'm saying do that now because this team doesn't seem to care. Back then, they seemed to care. We got rid of Gostisbehere, we got rid of Fisher, we got rid of Chicken, we got rid of Ranta, we got rid of Kemper. Kemper goes off to win a cup. We ended up getting rid of Hill at some point within that whole timeline too. Hill goes on to win a cup. Gostisbehere's on a good team. Garland's on a good team. Oliver Ekman-Larsson's on a good team. I didn't even mention those two that they left. I had this joke for the past couple of years that the Coyotes are run as a tax write-off for Murillo. I don't think it's much of a joke anymore because there's no heart. There's no drive to do anything. And how, as a fan, can you ride with that and be content? How can you not at least be a little bit pissed off? You're paying money into this organization. You're paying for a product. You're paying to watch what you think is a good team that can do well. Sometimes the team sucks. Sometimes the team is good. It shouldn't be bad for 12 bloody years. And you're paying money into that. And you're just content with it? And maybe I'm a bit biased because I lived through Edmonton being really bad for that stretch of time. And when Edmonton was bad, Edmonton was pissed. So maybe I'm biased to believe that you should not be content when your team sucks. But also when I was playing sports, like back when I could do that, the drive was to win. The drive was not to be content with coming in second. The drive was to win. If we came in second, that was just a learning experience. But the drive and the passion was always to get that number one spot, get the gold. And every single one of us, coaches, players, fans, which is, in essence our parents, but still, we're driven to win. But you look at some of the body language that you see from Tourney, and it's defeat. If it's not lack of care, it's defeat. Which I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here and say it's defeat. In which case, if you are that defeated, go. Let someone else who has the drive to rebuild the team and rebuild their mentality, let them have the reins. So with all my insane ramblings out of the way, Coyotes play in a couple days against the Seattle Kraken, and oh boy, I'm not looking forward to it. So in the meantime, stay howling, go Yotes!